Good morning and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that jazz. I hope everybody has a good day. I know the holidays can be rough, especially this year, because with all of the commercials that you see, it's like expensive cars, trips, opulence. When in reality, look what's going on in the country. Look what's going on in this whole gosh darn planet. We're rolling back things that are meant to keep us safe and rolling out things that are going to take away much from our life. We have AI that will just create art off of prompts for you. Yeah, that's fine. It's taking out like the human element of art. Do you understand that? If you take out the human element of art, it becomes less about feeling. There's no feeling or emotions in AI generated art. There is a whole lot of wastage though, in terms of water, in terms of power, resources, with AI and all the big data centers. It just seems surreal to be celebrating, but now it won't fit in my little holder. I am not sorry though about a lot of things that I did this year. It was more active in my community. It was more engaged with what was going on, to the detriment of my mental health sometimes. Perhaps. I went camping a lot this year. I started boogie boarding this year, which, let me tell you, boogie board, bodyboard, it's just an amazing thing. You don't need to have the balance that's required for surfing. You do need to have balance in terms of where you're moving your body. That's an important thing. And a lot of people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and even on the autism spectrum scale, if you have a hard time knowing your body is in space in relation to your environment, bodyboarding will require you to work on that skill. It brought me a lot of joy. And this past week, Matt went with me for the first time to see me in the past, I would have been so hung up on the fact that my body is not ideal in terms of what society thinks that a woman's figure should look like, especially when I'm in a tight, confining wetsuit. I have my hood on, booties, and gloves. The whole beach can see every single roll, every single dimple. You know what? My past self would have been hung up on that. My past self would have been hung up on the fact that you can hear me having fun and enjoying this while I'm out there. People on land can hear me. They can hear me having fun. If I was still hung up in my head about all the things I used to be, I would not have found something, truly enjoyed something that brings me so much joy and happiness. And it also forces you to slow down, only think about what's happening now. And that's hard when our society demands your attention in all of these different areas. And if we fail to plug into all the areas that they want us to, then we kind of feel like we're not up to par with what's going on in the world. You get it? It makes sense to me. But out there, you have to focus on what's happening. You have to focus on the here and now. Otherwise, Mother Nature and Poseidon will let you know who's boss. But yeah, I did bodyboarding, camping, adventuring, a lot of personal growth. We adopted two cats adopted us. We're moving next year, and there's a lot to look forward to. But I'm not gonna lie, a lot of stress going on, especially with the fact that I've been labeled like a terrorist. That's interesting. The person who started a food drive at their local Y because SNAP benefits were going to be cut. I'm a terrorist. Cool. I guess I'd rather be that kind than a January 6th guy. But yeah, I hope that you had a lot of joy this year for you, your family, your community, because that is what matters. They can try to take away our rights, but they cannot take away our joy. They can try to force us to use AI, but they can't take away the hands-on creativity that so many of us, which we may not even realize it. In the past, the words "be creative" used to spark fear in me because I was so analytical. I was so numbers, data, that gives me life. But now that I've been able to nurture my creativity over the last few years, I couldn't imagine not doing something creative. It's in a society that requires you to be that active cog in society to keep it running, and it keeps you busy. It starves you of the ability to question things. That is when it's even more important to grab that little nugget of creative inspiration and just hold on to it so tightly that it begins to flow and give meaning. I didn't know I'd be that deep, but anyway, yeah, so I hope your new year goes well. I hope that we all make it through. And I don't mean that in hyperbole, but you'll always be safe here with me, with us, the community that we have, because I will always stand up for those who are put down. So peace out, be nice to yourself, do it. Hold on to that creativity because it'll help you through some of your darkest times. Peace out.